5 o'clock on the dot. I'm at my mom's house drinking some wine. Oh, hey guys. Yeah, I've been here since, I don't know, March 12th. So happy quarantine. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. You are watching another episode of Quarantine But Cute. I'm your host, Lauren Aparicio, and today we are welcoming director extraordinaire, award-winning filmmaker, director Julie Pacino. She's coming on to talk about her latest release. She did a short film called Hard Work, and it actually debuted on Pornhub. They are now in the game for streaming amazing shorts and films as well. So she's about to join us right now, live from her amazing Tiny Apples production crib. We're going to walk through it MTV crib style. Julie Pacino coming through from LA, my old hood. Here we go. Let's see if she likes this effect.
Lauren,
Hello.
look at that fancy thing. Wow.
You know what's sad is I don't even use it.
You don't even use it. Well, it looks good though. Look at that. What's going on? Is it like I don't understand.
A lot of things are going on right now. I don't know how to turn off the diamonds, but welcome to Quarantine But Cute.
This is like, I feel like you're giving me acid flashbacks right now. I know it's not good.
I'm happy to be there for you. Welcome to the show. This is your second time being with me.
Yes.
So, the first time it didn't record. So I'm happy to have you back. It was before Instagram realized that we wanted to actually post our interviews properly.
Yes.
So I'm really stoked to have you. Where are you calling in from, my friend? LA?
Yeah, I've got a nice a nice little house that me and my producing partners got so we could quarantine safely and work together safely. And so we're here in LA. And yeah, it's been good. We've been working hard. Oh, look, I'm seeing now. Whoa, I just saw your mirror.
I'm just trying to mess with you.
You got the diamonds off.
I did.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I have a lot of effects, but we can go into that later.
Okay, cool.
So you look super calied out, super refreshed. We both escaped New York. How are you feeling, man? When we first started talking, it was the beginning of all this.
I know. I feel good. I feel grateful to have, creative things to channel my energy into. So I feel good. Yeah, I feel good.
You want to give us a little cribs moment? Show us what you're working with?
Yeah, hold on. That's my partner Jake. This is our little living room, and yeah, we're just it's a cute little place. Got a lot of character,
What's the exact address?
The exact address is 1234.
And your phone number?
Also 1234.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What's your favorite color, Julie?
Blue.
What's something no one knows about you?
I can fly.
What's your favorite place to get away from everybody?
My mind.
Are you reading any good books right now?
What am I reading? Yeah, actually I am. I'm reading this book. It's called Turn the Lights On. And by Chrisanne Gordon. My company's doing a short documentary about this. It's about veterans who sustained brain trauma at war and how they
Wow.
are learning to cope with life back on the homeland. So it's really exciting. Yeah.
Do some good things, man. So have you seen, really quickly before we get into talking about your film, and Max just joined. Max is the writer of Hard Work.
Max!
He is joining us, watching, I'm assuming, from New York. So hi, shout out to
He's
Max.
in Florida, actually.
I love how we've all escaped New York.
I know, it's sad. It's sad.
It is sad, but we won't digress too much on that. Giving lots of love to everybody, no matter where you are. But have you seen on Netflix this new documentary series called Homemade?
No.
Okay, it's all these amazing directors, and they do like 6-minute shorts from around the world. And I'm like, the director of The New Pope on HBO does a short, and he does it with like figurines. It's incredible what people are coming up with in quarantine. So how have you felt creatively? Have you been inspired? I know the film was released, which we're going to get to in a second, but you're working on this documentary, but what else has been a little bit different? Because I feel like for some people, it's been like, whoa, I need to take a step back. And that's totally fine, mental health wise, whatever you need to do. And other people have been like, wait a minute, I'm going to reinvent myself. So what's been going
Yeah.
on?
I mean, I think it's been a bit of an ebb and flow for me. Like some days really in the thick of it, especially in like April and stuff, like some days I didn't feel like doing anything creative and just kind of wanted to mope around. But yeah, I would say overall it's been a really fruitful creative time. And I'm just like, I'm fortunate to be in a position to be able to enjoy that. And so, you know, it's been good.
Being grateful and gratitude is everything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I want to quickly mention I added a fundraiser to this
Oh, I
because
see that.
I'm an actor. We both love actors. And the Actors Fund has been an incredible resource for me. That's how I found my therapist, so I don't go mental. And also that they gave me a grant when all this first started because, I lost my jobs. And I say plural because I do a lot of things. I'm not
Yeah.
just an actor, I'm a chef and I'm an event producer. So if you guys feel so generous to help out the Actors Fund, you can click on the fundraiser. It'll take you out of the chat for a minute. You can come back, but it's going to help actors and people in the industry who are just trying to struggle to put food on the table right now. So I put that donation out there for everybody. And then now I just want to chat with you. You're my buddy. We're doing a
Can I
lot
just say
of
one
things.
thing about the Actors Fund?
Yeah.
I played on their softball team for the Broadway Show League. Max and I, that's how I met Max actually, on the Broadway Show League on the Actors Fund softball team, and we won 3 championships back to back to back. First time and only time in league history to do that. We were amazing. Our second season we went undefeated and ran the table. And we're the Actors Fund Broadway Show League softball team is the greatest franchise in slow pitch softball history. And so everyone just needs to know that.
Well, you're also a championship winner, softball player, right?
Yeah, yes, born to win. I just want to say, I see this guy wrote, what makes you motivated? And I just wanted to say that right now, like what motivates me is, and always actually is, being with my friends and being connected to people and collaborating together. And so anything I can do to get myself into a position where me and my collaborators are together on set, that's all the motivation I need. It's like, if we keep working on this thing and working towards something, we'll all get to be together, creating together. And there's nothing better than that in the world.
I mean, I want to be on set more than anything right now, but I created Quarantine But Cute. I've been doing it for 16 weeks. And even though I can't be with you and I can't physically be with people other than my immediate family here, it is saving me mentally. I mean, humans need other humans, despite the fact that you may be an introvert or an extrovert or someone like me who's an introvert extrovert. I mean, this show has been saving my life. So I really appreciate you coming back on. And I love that you guys are making it work, under the circumstances. And, it's just like mask it up when you got to go out, right? I mean, what else do you do? Wash your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
And wait for this stuff to hopefully go away. So let's talk about hard work. Can you tell me a little bit about it? Tell us a little
Jay,
bit
can you
about
go
it.
answer sorry, someone's like ringing on our doorbell. I think they're going to install a carbon monoxide. This is like happening live. So this is what you get. I'll talk about hard work in 1 second. Who is
Live
it?
shows are the best shows.
Oh, it's a package. Cool. That's exciting.
If you guys have any questions for Julie or myself, really just ask Julie. You can click on the little question button below, and then I will choose the best question and maybe the dumbest question. No questions are dumb, though. We accept.
No, some questions are dumb. There are some dumb questions.
No,
but
stupid
that's okay.
questions.
You can ask them. Hard work. Yeah.
Talk to me about the film.
So Hard Work's a short film that Max wrote and starred in, Max Mizell, and I directed it. And we made it. We made it last year at some point. We shot it, and it had just sort of been something that we were sitting on. We had talked about expanding it into some sort of episodic thing, and had approached a couple people about that, but we're really still just working on the development of it. And so we had this short that was kind of just there, and the quarantine happened and everything went on lockdown, and me and my partners at Tiny Apples were talking about like what we were going to do during this time period to stay active, and how we could connect with other people that were quarantined. And our partner Bob McCready and Elise Listener came up with the idea of what if we, because I should say Hard Work, the short, is about a production assistant who works on adult film sets. And so Elise and Bob came up with the idea of what if we release it on Pornhub. And so we reached out to them. They saw it. They got excited about it. And they offered us a really fun opportunity to do that, to drop it, and they promoted it to their audience. And the film itself is not pornographic, but
Right.
it is about the business. And so
So you're not a porn director now, just to be clear.
no, I'm not, but
No penetration, but all fun.
yes, exactly. Actually the short itself is pretty lighthearted. It is.
I've seen it.
If anyone wants to check it out, you can go to our website and go to the Hard Work page, and it'll link you to watch it. But yeah, I mean, I think it was, for us, we just kind of wanted to give something that people could look at and laugh at. It's and that's it. Like
It's real funny.
Yeah,
It's real funny. I laughed
cool.
my ass off. And honestly, like, oh, someone was asking, would the film be on other platforms?
Yeah, soon we're gonna drop. We have it on Vimeo right now, and so at some point soon we're gonna make that public so people can watch it there.
Can they link that through your Tiny Apples NYC handle on Instagram?
We will post about it I will post about it on my Instagram, and I'm sure Tiny Apples will as well. Yeah, we'll post that link when it's live. I think we're going to do that within the next week or two.
So you guys also shot, congratulations on the film, by the way. It's gotten over 76,000 views. And I have to say, for a short film, we already know it's going to be good because it's coming from you. And I'm not kissing your ass. It's just because I've worked with you and I know how great and imaginative and really forward thinking you are. In a way, I was like, whoa, this is getting a lot of views for a pornography site. But like, that just goes to show that Pornhub is like in the game, like Netflix style, like just because you're streaming, and it's free to watch.
Yeah, I think Pornhub, I know, so we weren't the first film that they released in this way. They've done a couple other things, some music videos and stuff, and they did this documentary called Shakedown that they distributed, which was this amazing doc about a lesbian strip club, and that premiered on their platform. Actually, it premiered, I believe, at the Berlin Film Festival, and then it was screening at the Whitney Museum for a while, and then Pornhub came in as a distributor and set them up. So they're making a legitimate push to get into original content, which everyone is doing. Tinder is starting to do original content.
I just got signed for original content.
Exactly. So it's not surprising, but it was sort of the stars aligned because we had a short about the porn, with the porn business being the backdrop, and it was just sort of the perfect fit, if you will.
It was so real because I started out as a production assistant, and like when you're there and you're kind of on your first day, that's kind of Max's character. He just wants to impress and he's working really hard to get everything done, and he comes back with all this stuff from the store, and then he gets himself in a situation, which I won't give away too much, and it's like, do you go through with this for the job, or like, what are your morals? What are your ethics? What are your standards? And it's really good. Like, it's very real. And I think that's the kind of shit that you do. And that's what people want to see. People can smell bullshit from a mile away. And we are all over that kind of film.
Yeah.
So that said, someone asked if you had seen a movie called The Canyons. And if so, would you be interested in directing something like that?
Well, I don't know what that movie is. No, I'll have to check that out. The Canyons. I'm not sure.
And someone just asked, what is the most interesting part you enjoy when directing movies? That's so broad, but I feel like you can answer a couple things.
Easy. I love rehearsing and working with actors. That's my favorite part of the process. I mean, being on set is amazing too, and painting in the moment. But it's all, I love it all. But I would, if I had to choose, I would say the rehearsal process is the most fun for me, because I really love working with actors and dissecting, the subtext of a script and what it means, and finding moments with actors. It's my
Well,
favorite
and
part.
that's such a lost art. And there's so many directors with budgets and the way things are, they don't have the time to sit and really go through it. And you, I mean, as an actor myself, when I'm doing theater versus film, I get to develop myself in a way that's just so visceral and so different from being on set. Not that I don't come up with things on set as an actor right then and there using whatever energy, right, is in me,
Yeah,
but it's
I
different and it's a really lost art. So do you think when you're an indie filmmaker, you get that time to do it, even though your budgets may be a bit smaller?
I think that's definitely something that is not, it's not typical to have a bunch of rehearsal time, but for me in my movies, I build it in as much as I can. I think I, I like the fact that when you're rehearsing, you're sort of creating a roadmap. And so a lot of times you'll hear criticism of rehearsal, which is like, well, what if I have this amazing, authentic moment in rehearsal and you're not rolling? And for me, it's, if you have an amazing, authentic moment in rehearsal that we need to capture at that point, in that moment when you have it, we get to then figure out how you got to it, because that's the most important thing. It's not the moment, it's how you got there, because that's how that's how you can track how you got to an authentic, what were the thoughts that led you to that moment that we love. And once you figure that out, you can do that moment for me 1,000 times, and I can shoot it at
Yeah.
all different angles. And so that's really the biggest benefit. And yeah, but to answer your question, indie films don't typically get a lot of rehearsal time, but when I, especially when I start making features, is something I'm gonna really fight for. I believe in it.
And to segue right into that, someone asked just now, do you have a feature, like a big feature coming up, or just a feature film in general that you guys are working on? Because
I
people,
do actually. In fact, during a couple weeks ago, we just closed a deal for me to write and direct my first feature, and so I'm starting to write that now, and really
these are
excited about it.
fireworks. These
Yeah,
are fireworks going
thank
on.
you. I know, I'm super excited about it. I think yeah, I'm going to take my time developing it, because it is my first feature, but to get the ball rolling and to start writing the script is a gift, and I'm super, super excited.
I love it, man. I wish I could be out in Cali, but you know what? Being in the woods right now, it ain't so bad. It's beautiful here.
The woods are awesome. Yeah.
The woods are real cool, man.
Woods are great. You should eat some mushrooms and just go wander around the woods. That's my prescription.
Who's to say I haven't already?
Love it. I love it.
Just saying.
Yeah.
We had another question. Oh, I love this question. Hold on. I just lost it. But basically it said, would you ever direct your dad in a movie? And would he, well, the question is, since we both obviously know him, would he let you?
I don't know. That's a question someone would have to ask my dad that question. But I like working with people I love, and I love my dad. So that could be fun at some point.
I love him too. Just for you guys joining, thank you for being here. We're talking to Julie Pacino, her new production company, Tiny Apples NYC. Are you calling in from that one or yours?
I'm on mine.
You're on yours. Okay, cool. So if you guys want to add it's Tiny Apples NYC on Instagram. You guys can see all of Julie's upcoming films. If you have any questions, we have a few more minutes before she has to go back and make more art and obviously write a part for me.
And chew more gum, by the way. I've been chewing gum this whole time, and I just realized it's like kind of obnoxious, but I love gum. I love it. I love gum. And so
Dude,
I'm sorry, guys, if I've been smacking in everyone's ears and stuff. It's just like, forgive me. It's my flaw.
dude, I can't drink gum or drink gum. I can't drink gum. I can't eat gum
You can't?
because I have aligners in. I'm getting my bottom teeth straightened.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
So like I can't eat anything. Like it's a freaking nightmare. I'm like at the pool laying out and I'm like ripping my teeth out and people are looking at me and I'm like, just so I can like have a sip of something that isn't water.
Oh my God.
I can only drink water with these bad boys in, but
Oh my God. All right. Well, that's one way to get skinny.
I'm about to have that movie star mouth,
Yeah. There you go. I
whatever
love
that
it.
means.
I love it.
Maybe I'll call Pornhub. Hey, I know you have the connection.
I got you if you need it for sure.
I'm good.
Hey, they're great. It's a group of women actually that we've been dealing with over there that have
I
been,
love
you
it.
know, and it's been really fun collaborating with them. They're a really sharp, smart team,
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
they're
When
great. Yeah.
when women are all over it, things happen.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I know there's haters. I know women hate on women. I know that that's a real thing. I'm not stupid. But
Yeah.
I like Reese Witherspoon's production company, Sandra Bullock. I've heard nothing but amazing things about these women who hire other women. And it's like predominantly females. And I'm all about that. So,
Yeah.
anyway, we have a couple more questions for you. Hold on one second. Oh my God. Someone says, I'm now searching on the porn site to see this movie.
Go
So,
to our website. Go to our website, tinyapplesnyc.com, and you can find the short that will take you directly there.
but I think it's pornhub.com/channel/hard-work.
There you go.
Damn,
Did you remember that?
I'm an actor.
Wow.
That was me auditioning for your next film.
You got the part. That was good. That was good
Oh
stuff.
my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, Casey Basie, what's up, my friend? I keep flipping this around to show you this sexy door. We have a couple more questions here. Someone's from Italy, and they said good night. So
Oh.
good morning.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Oh my God, I've been making the pizzas for the last hour, and I can't stop at
I saw that. Your
Chinese.
pizza looks so good. I want that.
I will come and cook for you. We tried to do this for many times
That
now.
doesn't sound. Is that Italian now? I
It
don't know if
is.
that's okay. Oh, it's Isa. I got you.
Yeah, you waited for me to do. I do for you.
Okay. Is someone killing a duck right now? What's going on?
It's my mom's cat.
Okay, that makes sense.
We got
She has something to say. I don't know. She's trying to chime in.
Now, I know that you already sort of touched on this with the book that you're talking about making a documentary about, but someone said, in general, what kind of novels do you read mostly?
I I read all kinds. I don't, books are interesting. It's always just a friend of mine is reading something. She's like, you got to read it, and then I'll read it. I don't discriminate. But I'm trying to think of I read a novel called All the Beautiful and Ugly Things, I believe it was called, by Bryn something. All the Beautiful and Ugly Things, and it was this really intense story about this young girl who falls in love with someone that's older than her, and their relationship, and it was just a really interesting take on it, but it was pretty dark.
That would be my dream right now. It also sounds like that's called Lolita.
It was very Lolita. Yeah, it was very Lolita. Yeah.
Someone asked, I love anything, or says, I love anything that Julie does. What's the relationship between you and your talent? Who wins? That's interesting.
Who wins?
That's interesting.
You know who wins is the project, the film. Whatever. It's whatever serves the creative best. And there have been very few times where I've had to like flex my director muscle and put my foot down and say, nope, this is the way we're going. Because if an actor isn't on board with something that I want, then let's figure out why, and let's figure out how to make it something we're both comfortable with, so that way you can do.
Uh-oh, I lost you. I got it.
Did you lose me?
It's so do what's comfortable. So what? What was the last?
So that way the actor can do the good job, an authentic job. Yeah. I'm not going to force an actor to do something that they don't feel is right for their character. I will talk to them about it and explain why I think it's right, and we've tried to figure out a common ground. But yeah, I don't really see it as winning or losing. With my producers, that's a different story. Those are battles. Not a lot, but sometimes those are battles. So.
And then, so when we're talking about directors that you admire, people that you take influence from, who are maybe some of the top few that you're like, okay, I'm not emulating them, but I am taking that vision of authenticity in my own way?
I mean, Stanley Kubrick is I think my favorite director. I love Gaspar Noé, French director, and obviously like Quentin Tarantino,
My favorite.
Scorsese, Sidney Lumet, huge Sidney
Oh
Lumet
yeah.
fan. Yeah, I would say those are the ones I are at the front of my mind.
It depends on the day.
It does. Definitely, and it
It
does
does.
on
You
the
got to
day and the
go with
project.
what's right now in the present. Someone says, "Congrats, Julie. Any typical process you stick to when you write? Because you don't just direct, you write."
I write. I process. My process is mostly like most of the writing I do is thinking, and so I like to let the ideas and the characters and the scenes and stuff marinate and just like brew until I can't take it anymore, and then I wait a day and then I sit down and like it pours out of me. So I that's been that's my process. It's really hard for me if I have to sit down and like start writing, like just like it feels like a homework assignment. So
Yeah.
I love the part of writing where you get to just sort of fantasize and imagine and let the world, crystallize and come to life, and you receive these images and things, and I don't know where they come from, but they come from somewhere, and then they go right in here, and then
Yeah.
I use my fingers and I type them when I can't take it anymore, when there's no more room in my head for them to marinate. Then I'm like, all right, I got to clear some space.
Do
That's
you
my
get
process.
amped up like I do? Like when you're say you're in the process of creating, right? And you're doing something and it's coming to fruition, but then you get that moment and you're like, holy shit, this is what I got to do now. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like the best feeling in the
The
world, is it
best.
not?
It's the best. Yeah. When you finally figure something out. Those are the moments I think we all live for as
Yeah.
artists and creators, is those epiphany moments. And because it's what we do as movie makers, especially, is we're a team of people trying to put together a puzzle.
Yeah.
And so when you find the piece that you've been looking for, it's totally rewarding and addictive.
It feels good. I mean, I have to say, not to toot my own horn, but you know, I didn't
Do
think
it.
people kept telling me for years, create your own content. And I'm like, someone's gonna knock on my door with an Oscar. I mean, I'm not that naive, obviously, but I worked in the business for a long time behind the scenes. And everyone's like, you're funny, you should do this, you should do that. And it's like there's something about when someone tells you to do something that, for me, I just don't like authority. So for me, it's just kind of like, well, I'm not going to do it now. But I feel like I was kind of cheating myself. And unfortunately, but fortunately, the pandemic brought out me.
That's great. Yeah.
And I
That's
think
great.
that, thank you. And I think that that is so important to like just give yourself, pandemic or not, that break of, sure, listen to everybody, but really like it's okay to take the time to process. I mean, what is that saying? Or there's some meme that's been going around for ages, like Oprah didn't have her first show till she was 30, like Jane Lynch didn't get her first serious movie role till she was 45. And it's like, I just want to keep the age out of it and just say like it happens when it's going to happen, and
Yeah.
it doesn't happen sometimes because it's not what you're supposed to be doing. So do you think, as a creator, when something's frustrating, even though you're talented and you don't want to give up, like how do you pivot to sort of like keep your sanity so you can come back to it and not say, oh well, I'm not good enough, or why didn't I think of that fast enough, now someone else is doing it?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me and my partners in our company, our whole philosophy is really about the path of least resistance. And
Yeah.
so if something is starting to feel forced, then we don't overthink it and worry about someone else doing it. We don't even go down that path of sort of fearful
Right.
thoughts. We just kind of go, all right, that's feeling forced right now. We'll leave that on ice, and let's go and see what we've got going on over here. And then a couple weeks or however much time goes by, and then suddenly it's the right time for that one. And that's actually, something that happened with hard work. Is we shot it, we had it, and we said, we were hitting some walls, and we said, all right, let's let that breathe for a little bit, and let's go do something else. And then it was a year went by, and now here we are, and we're like, hey, what about that thing that we put a pin in, and now is we tried to, we got it, and it became a path of little resistance, and now it's been released. And so I think it can be really hard to not get hung up on the when,
Yeah.
and the how. But for us and me and my company and my partners, we like to focus on the why.
Yeah.
Why are we doing it? Because it feels good and it's fun. And so if it checks those two things, then we continue on. And
Party
that's,
on, Wayne.
yeah,
I always say, and I've always said this, and maybe because I'm bitter because I'm single, but it's got a larger meaning in general. I always say it's never about love. It's always about timing, whatever it is.
totally.
And I've always really stuck by that. And by sticking by that, you let the pressure off yourself a little bit, right? And
Totally.
and you relax into the creativeness of yourself, and it's a beautiful thing. I want to give a quick shout out. We got a $5 donation, y'all. Can we
Oh,
get a few
nice,
more?
guys. Oh, I love it. That's
That's
awesome.
gonna help one actor pay their bills, maybe eat a taco, maybe not pay their bills. Let's
A
be real.
taco, yeah, $5 would probably get you one taco in New York, I think. That might maybe half a taco. I don't know. It's
I don't
expensive.
know, if you go to the street meat, you'll be fine.
Do that.
I can get a whole chicken and rice platter for $5, baby. Okay, so hold on, I got a few more questions.
Cool.
Oh, this is fun. Would you ever do cameos in your projects like Mel Brooks?
No,
No.
I don't. I no. I think
No.
I think movie. I think movies that you write, and I think movies are masturbatory enough. You don't need to also see me in the thing that I've written and directed, and that I don't also need to be in there like, hi, it's me. Is not that
Oh,
I'm not knocking that. I don't mean to sound like I'm knocking that. Mel Brooks is a genius, and so he obviously earns the right to do that. But I guess at this point the answer is no. I don't
well,
want to be. I also am not comfortable on camera. I'm not an actor. You know,
you
it's
fidgety, baby. You
yeah,
fidgety.
exactly. As everyone can probably tell by my mannerisms and behavior right now. I'm not with this, you
So
know.
you're
But
not going to pull a Tarantino or a Rob Reiner moment
I
on.
mean, maybe someday when I grow to be more comfortable in front of a lens. But at this point in time, no, I'm
As
not
long as you
interested.
wear that shirt. What is this shirt?
The sweatshirt, she's a cozy sweatshirt
I
that I'm
wore my
wearing.
vintage No Doubt shirt again.
Look at that! Oh yeah, that's what you were wearing last time we did this. Awesome.
1997. I was at this concert, bitches.
I love it.
Now everyone knows my age. Okay. Someone said, I like this question. Are you sometimes tempted to write and direct what you think people will like instead of what you like? I already know the answer, but go ahead.
Uh, Tempted, maybe, but no. There are there are five people, you know, in my company. In addition to me, there's six tiny apples, and as long as my five partners think what I'm writing is cool and interesting, and as long as I feel like it's a movie that I would want to see, then that's what I do is I make the movies that I would want to watch because I can't worry about what other people are think because then it'll be something contrived. But if it's something that's the best I can do is make a movie that I would want to watch and have fun while watching it and think that it's cool and you know hopefully other people have similar taste as me and yeah, I do have the audience in mind when I'm making those movies.
Of course.
Definitely not, you know, I'm not I'm not the type of filmmaker that's just sort of like, well, you know, this is pure expression. Then I would go paint a painting. But as you know, so I've got an audience in mind, but I'm trying to make something that is as cool and fun and awesome that me and my partners would watch and sign off on. That's the simplest way to do it.
I love that. I mean, the
Yeah,
stuff you make is very unique and connecting the dots, the one that I helped co-produce was so fun and organic and it
that's
just made
screening next week. It's playing at a festival on starting July 6th through the 11th at the Sick and Wrong Film Festival. It's going to be online available. Like at any point, you can just tune in and get a pass and watch it. There's not like a specific screening time. It's just like going to be online all week next week.
wow, wait, sick is it sickandwrongfestival.com?
I think so. Their link, if you go to Tiny Apples NYC Instagram, the link in the bio, it takes you to the page on the website for the festival. And yeah, it's the Sick and Wrong Festival. It's this awesome like grindhouse style festival, and connecting the dots is a very campy,
Yeah.
sort of wacky thing. So yeah, that's available to watch online if anyone is interested and has 17 minutes to look at some
I
cool
love
shit.
it. I got a few more questions for
Okay,
you.
sure.
Someone is asking, what's your favorite movie of all time? And then the second question, while you're thinking about that, is what's your opinion about Christopher Nolan and Francis Ford Coppola? Ooh, directors talking about directors.
My favorite movie of all time is something. The answer to that changes every day. So today, I would say A Clockwork Orange.
Okay.
But I'm also a big fan of Snowpiercer. I love that movie. Uh,
I don't
and
know
France.
that.
Oh, it's Bong Joon's film. The guy that he just Parasite. The guy that directed
Oh,
Parasite. Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I know now.
It's amazing. It's on Netflix. Snowpiercer is epic and awesome.
Someone wants to marry both of us. Well,
Okay.
I don't know. We could probably
I
make
don't
this
believe in
happen.
marriage, but I appreciate it. I'm flattered. Um,
I'm like, sure. Julie's like, no.
you could take that one. Francis Coppola and Chris Nolan.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan. What do you think about them?
I mean, they're
I'm all their ages.
geniuses.
Tell me what you say.
Coppola is a genius. Nolan, I really love Nolan's trajectory as a director, because he sort of started in his first film, Following, the black and white, I believe, film, and just super low budget, and then he like worked his way up to big time studio films, and so I love his trajectory, and yeah, it's just like what else can I say? Those guys are the best.
Here's a question. Oh, from me. What is your favorite Instagram TV show of all time?
Instagram has TV shows. Oh, Quarantine but Cute.
Ah!
Yeah,
Thanks,
the best
babe.
one.
Before we go, I want to quickly just talk about, okay, we've got hard work. Everybody can see that for free online at pornhub.com. Then
But
we've got,
go to our website to find the link to
okay.
that, because I think it takes a little bit of digging, if you go to right to Pornhub. So go to our website, find Hard Work, the Hard Work page. It's listed with our other films, Hard Work, and then there's a link where you can click it and watch it. And a Vimeo link will be uploaded onto that website within the next couple weeks.
I love it. You're crushing it, babe. Then we've got Connecting the Dots, Sick and Wrong Festival. You're currently developing feature film.
Yeah.
And then what are you looking forward to most in your career right now?
I'm so happy. I'm not looking forward. I'm just tomorrow, I'm really, really happy with where things are at, the work I'm doing, the work, the collaborations with my partners. Like I'm every day is packed with developing and thinking creatively. And so I'm really just enjoying, being in the moment, and what will happen will happen. And hopefully, people will see my work and have some sort of reaction to it, even if it's negative. I'd rather that than
Nothing.
nothing. Yeah.
I absolutely love that. Your dad told me one time, being bored is for boring people.
Yeah.
And that's something that you are not. And that is something that I am not. And that is something that these people who are watching, I hope, are not. So when you think about, oh, I'm bored in quarantine, let's just mentally flip the script for a minute and think about how we can connect the way, for example, the way Julie's been connecting with her partners. You may not have a production company, you may not have a team of 5, but don't you think, Julie, it's about just connecting even with just one person, even if it's just sharing what you're writing or what you're developing, so it kind of gets out in the universe?
Yeah.
Like, what's your advice to people out there before we go?
Just go, advice. I don't even, it depends. I've advice. What works for me if I'm feeling bored or lonely or something is I like to kind of just like put my phone away and go spend a little time in nature and
Yeah.
kind of just, you know, learn from the trees, because I don't know, they just chill and they seem happy and fine, and they've got way less going on than any human that I know. So, you know,
But
maybe
yet they give
it's simple.
oxygen.
Yeah, maybe meditate, do some deep breathing. I don't
These
know.
small
These are
wins.
things that work for me, but they're also really fucking annoying to hear when you're like depressed and lonely and in the thick of shit. You don't want to hear some asshole director talking about meditating and talking to trees. So I don't like it. Like, believe me, I don't know. It's sometimes shit's shitty, but
Now I'm gonna fucking stay and go vote. That's all I gotta say.
there you
Stay
go.
your ass home, but go vote when it's time.
Yeah, you gotta vote. You guys gotta vote.
LA's on lockdown coming up soon, I hear again. So it's like you gotta try to be as creative, whatever that means. You don't have to go start a freaking yoga retreat, a virtual yoga retreat, but you
No.
know, you just gotta go find your happy, and that takes time. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that you have found your happy. And I've been finding my flow with the show, and I'm so happy viewers get to have guests like you that they can admire and look up to and check out their work and be inspired by. So thank you for being a good friend and coming on the show
Yeah.
and
Thanks for
talking
having
about
me.
your work. And, you know, it's a pleasure to have you. And hey, man, we raised $5 and I'm excited.
Hey, that's awesome. Seriously, go Actors Fund. And yeah, thanks for having me. I'm happy that your show's doing well and everything. It's good
It's
to see
been
you.
really good. So,
Awesome.
all right. Well, I hope I get to hug you and your dog, Jim.
Jim O'Neill. My dog's name is Jim O'Neill. He's a poodle, and he's my best friend. And there's pictures of him on my Instagram. So if anyone's interested, he's the coolest thing about my life.
I haven't even met him yet, but I just want to see him. And
Yeah.
Monday, maybe give Jim a call because Bodie is going to be doing live ASMR eating food on the camera. Just Bodie.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jim, I believe, is on holiday for the 4th of July weekend, but I'll see if his assistant can patch me through, and we'll try.
Yeah, tell him to call my agent.
Okay. Lara, what's up? Where are you? I see Lara here.
Lara.
I'm supposed to see her in real life soon, but she's dicking around on Instagram. Typical.
I know.
Lara was in the movie I'm in post in right now.
With Fern?
Yes, yeah, in Harmony and Gold. And Lara is an amazing actress.
Ooh, when can we expect that to be out?
When indeed.
I want it now. I want it now, Daddy.
Me too. I want to see it now too. Believe me. We're on it.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. Tiny Apple's out with a new film, Hard Work on Pornhub, many other things to come from you guys, features and so much more. Congratulations. Thank you guys for watching Quarantine But Cute. Stay tuned for more. My show's on 3 times a week, sometimes 1, sometimes 2. You got to keep up with me, okay? I don't got time. All right. I love you all. Bye, Julie.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.